remember, with a little rusties and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me. Ka-chow.
How much can I crochet while helping my husband at a Christmas market? Happy with the progress.
For anyone that got the 50 granny squares and thought the print was way too small to read, I have in my hand the updated version. You can see it still has the plastic on it. Instead of putting a pattern on each page, they now have one pattern across both pages, so they have a larger print. Let's check it out. Oh, okay, yep. The book is thicker. So here's all the granny square patterns. Let me also get the old version out to compare. Old version, new version. Oh yeah. Even the symbol pattern. This is the old one. Here's the new one. It's much larger. It goes across both pages, not just one. Again, here's the old book. You have one pattern on each side. Look at that tiny, tiny print. Here's the new one. They took the full pattern and put it across both pages, so the print is much larger on there, easier to read. I love it when a company hears our complaints and fixes them. Go ahead and leave the link for the new updated version down here below, and happy crocheting.
A crochet quatmundi. What? Capybaras are having a moment. Why not quatty? Crochet pirate owl, crochet pirate fox, crochet pirate badger. Brenda, I know you had that big hit in the early 2000s with the pirate woodland creatures, but the magic is gone. She's right. What else you got? Daikon radish? Maybe. Year of the horse. Pirate. Possible. But let's table all Asian appropriation ideas until the Lunar New Year. I've got it. Crochet carrot. No. But emotional support pickles. What did you say? Now you've done it. And here I was having such a good day, was maybe gonna go get a massage, and then you had to put crochet pickles into the eyeballs of my mind. You know he has a pickle chip on his shoulder about this. Sorry. Those tiny bastards have been eating our lunch the last 12 sales quarters, and your solution is a scrawny, pathetic, phallic crochet carrot. How is that gonna move yarn sales? A woodland badger with a hook for a hand and like an eye patch? Sir, I'd really like to get back to the quadmundis. Crochet quadmundi is so random. No more random than an axolotl. Axolotls do continually beat market projections. Axolotl. What about a tardigrade? Water bears? Tell me more. Mysterious microanimal, can survive radiation, space, decades without food or water. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Chunky, squeezable body, and 8 tiny little cutesy paws. The kids will go feral at craft markets and put a pirate hat on it. Brilliant! Our work here is done. See you in February.
I'm here to show y'all what I got from Walmart today. I didn't even know I was going. My uncle was just like, you need anything from the store? I'm like, low-key, yeah, socks. He was like, come on. And he just let me spend his money. Hey. But yeah, he's so nice, bro. But I got some yarn because he was like, do you need anything else? Like, he was like, did I like anything in the store? And I'm like, I couldn't really find anything, but I found this cardigan and it's lavender, and I'm really into lavender right now. I been got this, but ain't this cute? I was finna get a checkerboard shower curtain as well. But anyways, yeah, I found a lavender cardigan, and then I was like, oh, actually, can we go to the yarn section? He was like, come on. So yeah, I got yarn. And Black Friday is just not what it used to be. I mean, we went and it was like 12 p.m. So, but yeah, it was so dead in there. Not really, but like for Black Friday. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I got this pink ombre yarn, which I've been fiending for this for a while now. Low-key would want to make like some pants with this low-key. But yeah, I'm really into ombre yarn right now, especially for the granny square totes. That's cute. I got this. This is beautiful. Mandala? I'm like, okay, Mandela. I know that's right. But this is beautiful. Like, I'm like, what do they call this? Hot pink. Literally, I'm probably gonna make a hat with this. And you get 295 yards. I was gonna say 400. It's pretty good. This is 285 yards. And this yarn is really soft. I'm like, what is this material? Okay, 90% acrylic, 10% nylon. I love this. Oh my gosh. Freaking out. And got this. Isn't this beautiful? It reminds me of a starburst. Like 515 yards. Ooh, I'm thinking of making a scarf with this, not gonna lie. Oh, this is called pink lemonade. Tea. Probably make a ruffle hat or a skirt. Honestly, any of those. Or a pair of shorts. Or a top. But yeah, this is what we got. All pinks. Y'all know how I am about the pink. And all courtesy to my uncle. Bless.
If you are a crocheter or a knitter, you know that working on a project when yarn is in this form is the absolute worst. It just does not unwind nicely while you're trying to work on something. You want it in a ball. You want it in a nice ball. So we're going to take this using this electric yarn winder, and we are going to make the perfect ball for our project. Okay, so that was actually really cool and really satisfying to do. I will be doing that with every single skein of yarn I have now, because now it is in the perfect cake. If you're a crocheter or a knitter, I highly recommend this product. I really love this.
I'm done. You're gone. Goodbye.
Seriously?
No, not seriously. Super seriously!
Hey, welcome back to my page. Today we are going to do a quick tutorial on how to make a waffle stitch out of crochet. I am using a basic cotton yarn with a size H 5mm crochet hook. And to get started, we're going to do this really fast. We are going to do a foundation DC stitch row, which combines the chain and the DC first row as one row. This will get us started quickly with a very nice, neat edge. If you are unfamiliar with how to do this, I do have a tutorial out on my page that I encourage you to check out, but we're just going to zoom right through it so we can get to the good stuff. Work your starting row in sets of 3 minus 1. Once you have that, you can go ahead and get started. So start by chaining 2, and then turn your work, and go ahead and work a DC in the first stitch. Now we're going to go ahead and do a front post DC in the second stitch. And you're just going to insert underneath the post and then work a DC as normal. Now begins your pattern where you will work 2 regular DCs and then a front post DC. Make sure that you're not accidentally working in the top of the front post DC stitch that you worked on from the previous when you start the DC stitches. So again, 2 regular DCs, 1 front post DC, and work this all the way across the row. Okay, now that we are finishing off that second row, here's what you should look like. You can see the raised effect coming through. And now we're going to go ahead and turn our work, chain 2, and start with 1 regular DC. And now for this row, we're going to be kind of working the opposite. So a regular DC followed by 2 front post DCs. That's going to be our pattern for this row. 1 regular DC, 2 front post DCs. Let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, this is what you should be looking like now. You've got the nice ridge and the rails. And now we're going to go ahead and work a repeat of the first 2 rows. So now we're back to that first repeat where we do 1 DC and then we start our pattern, which is 1 front post DC followed by 2 regular DCs, and repeat that all down the row. And now here's what we're looking like. There's your nice waffle. Now again, we're going to repeat row 2. So DC, and then a DC and 2 front post DCs, and then just repeat that across the row. And here's what the waffle pattern will look like when you're done. Now you can use this stitch and you can make your row as long as you need, and you can repeat it as many times as you need for the size of your project. I hope you enjoy.
This is called a waffle stitch, and today you're going to learn how to do it. This is my favorite stitch, especially for blankets, because it works up really fast. It's pretty heavy and thick, but it still is floppy, comfy blanket wise. And it's the same stitch, but it's not the same stitch over and over again. You'll see what I mean, but it just makes it a little bit more entertaining to do rather than doing the same stitch over and over and over again for a whole entire blanket. Disclaimer, I'm not going to say this is an advanced stitch, but if you haven't been crocheting very long, it might be a little bit more frustrating to get the beginning pattern down. You can still do it. I tried to make this beginner friendly, but if it's not, I'm sorry. There's 2 different ways to do this stitch. You can do it in a round, which is what I'm doing, so you can just make it as big as you want, or you can do it in a row, so you have a foundation chain and then you build up from there. That one is not as fun because you have to know exactly the size you're going to make before you make it, whereas with the round, you can start and stop whenever you want, and that will be the size. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. I'm going to be showing you with my favorite yarn to work with. It's the Breathe Deep Super Bulky by Yarn Bee. I'm going to be doing it in the light blue though. I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook for this. You can use any yarn that you want and any size hook that you need for that yarn. To start the round, we're going to need to make a magic ring. So hold your yarn like this. Make a loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. There's our magic ring. We're working into this loop. We're going to be doing double crochets. So our first double crochet will technically be a chain. So chain 3. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and the one you made. So technically 4 on here. What we're going to be doing into this loop is 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1 until we have 8 total double crochets. So this is our first one. The next one will be chain over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 1, 2, chain 1. There's our first chunk. So we're going to do that 3 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We'll do that again. And there's 1, 2, and our stitch, 1, 2, add a chain. Do that 2 more times until we have 8 double crochets. So now we're at the end, we're going to chain 1. So we have 1, 2, and a chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1, 1, 2, chain 1, and then to connect them, we're going to go back to this first double crochet that we made, technically just the chain. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into that top loop. And then this is our first round. So pull your tail, and that will close that circle. And then there is our first round. This is the front of your work where the waffle stitches will show. This is the back. So the tail is going to be the back. So this is the front of the work. This is the back. Front, back. For round 2, we're going to be flipping our work. So you'll flip it to the back side. Remember, tail is the back side. And we want to slip stitch into this first corner. So it's going to be a little bit bigger of a hole. That's where we cinched it tight and then we slip stitched, remember? So we We want to start in this corner, so insert your hook to that, yarn over, pull through, and then pull that same loop through the one on your hook. Okay, so this is where we want to start. Now we want to start the corner for this side, this row. So we're going to do the same chain to start the double crochet. So chain 3, there's your double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1. This is our corner. And now do a double crochet into that same hole. So yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And here's our corner. So you're always going to be starting your row with a corner. And now here's where we're going to start making the waffle pattern. So instead of going into a stitch like you normally would, we're going to go into a post. So the post is going to be this whole entire double crochet that you made in the round before. So it's going to be like a normal double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook to that first hole, and then wrap it around that double crochet. And then finish just like a normal double crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do the same thing on the second stitch. So yarn over, grab the post, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now we're at the corner again. So now we're going to go into that whole corner, do 1 double crochet, chain 1 to make the next corner, and then another double crochet. Now we're back at the post again. So we're going to yarn over, go around that post, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and again, that second post, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're at the corner again, so we do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And our last side, we're doing around the post, around the second post. Oh, I fibbed, that's not our last side. Corner gets double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. This is the last side, 2 posts. Post, post. And here we are back at the first corner. So just like we slip stitched that first time, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into that third stitch. And there's our second round. So now we will flip our work. See, here's our first little waffle. We want to find the corner. So that's going to be right here. If you see, there's post, post, and then space, post, post, space. This is the corner. So sometimes it kind of looks like you're going backwards, but you're going to slip stitch into that corner because you always want to start in a corner. Okay, there's our corner. Round 3, the front corners are a little bit different. So think of it this way, front gets 4. So we're going to do our 3 chains, double crochet. Now we're going to do a full double crochet before we chain 1 into that corner. So we went into that space. Now we chain 1, 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, all into the corner. So here's our corner. Now the front is going to get 1 double crochet around the post, 2 regular into the stitches. So we're going to start going around that first post. Yarn over, pull through. And then into the stitches of the next 2. So this is where, again, we're making the waffle because we want them to be indented. The post will make them bump. So now we have 2. We're at this next post. So go around the post. There we go. And there we have our corner. And now you can see there's a little waffle. So again, front gets 4. So we're going to go 2 double crochets into the corner, chain 1, making the corner, 2 more double crochets. 1, 2. Okay. Now we can see this big bump. So we're going to go around that post. And now the indent. So now we're doing the stitches of the indent, 2 of them. And there is our post again. And now we're back at a corner. Front gets 4. So we're going 2, chain 1, 2. We start with the post. 2 loop stitches where it's indented. And we're back at a post. Do our corner. Front gets 4. 2 double crochets, chain 1. And 2 more double crochets. And then we finish off this row with a post, 2 regular stitches, and a post. Then we slip stitch into 1, 2, 3, and there's our 3rd round. Flip your work, find the corner. So the corner on the back is going to be 2 bumps and a hole. So again, we're kind of going backwards into that. So now the back is going to be 2 posts, 1 indent. 2 posts, 1 indent. Okay? Back corners only get 2. So we always start with the corner. We're going to chain 3. There's our double crochet. Chain 1 to make the corner. And then make that 2nd double crochet. Now we're going to go into 2 posts. So around 1, double crochet, around 2, double crochet. And now we're going 1 regular stitch on the indent, and now we have 2 more posts. One indent. Here is 2 more posts, and then we're at the corner. Remember, the back only gets 2, so we do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. There we're at. And then we go again. 2 posts, 1 indent. 2 posts, 1 indent, 2 posts, make the corner, and then you keep going around. Coming to the end of this round, we're finishing with a post. And then since we already did our corner, which was the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and there's our slip stitch. And then we flip our work, and we're really just doing this over and over again. So you find the corner, slip stitch into that. And now when we start our corners on the right side, you're only going to do 2, and then when you come back and meet it, you'll finish the 2. So we do 1 double crochet, double crochet into the same spot. So this is like half of the corner. You're going to go all the way around like we were. And then when you get back here, you'll do 2 double crochets, and then your chain 1 and connect will make that corner, or will finish that corner. So go all the way around, and I'll show you at the end. And remember, front gets 4. So you're going to go post, 2 indents, post, 2 indents, post, 2 indent, post, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, post. Okay, we're back to finish our corner. So we're going to do our post like normal. And then to finish the corner, we're going to do 2 double crochets into that corner space. And then chain 1, whoops, and slip stitch into 1, 2, 3, that 3rd stitch. And then there's our corner. So when you flip, we're looking for that 2 posts and that open space. Chain into there, and then we keep going. So the back is always 2 posts, 1 indent, 2 posts, 1 indent with only 2 on the corner. The front is going to be 1 post, 2 indent, 1 post, 2 indent with 4 in the corner. Front gets 4. And then you just work this up as big as you want it. Here's a little tip, if you ever stop working and you're like, shoot, am I on the front or the back? What am I doing right now? If you have a full waffle on the outside, you're doing the back. If you have a half waffle like this, you're in the front. Because the front, after you start your corner, you're always going to want to do 1 post and then go into your indents. If you try to do your corner, there's no post to do yet. So if you start your corner and you're like, shoot, this is an indent, you know you're doing the wrong side because on the front, you need to start with a post. Sometimes that got me confused, so hopefully that's a little heads up for you. But that's how you waffle stitch. Have fun.
One of my favorite things about TikTok is that we love to support small artists, so if you are a small artist, use this sound and show off your art. And anyone who's scrolling through their For You page and you find this beautiful art and you love it, if you want to support this artist, one of the best things you can do is click share and then copy.
Hiya, this is the Crochet Knitting Emergency Hotline. How can I help you today? Oh, hiya. I'm a knitter, but I'm learning to crochet at the moment. I'm working on my first blanket, but I've just realised that I made a mistake about 20 rows ago. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That must be really frustrating for you. Can I ask how many stitches are on each row? Yeah, it's 400 stitches on each row. Oh gosh, yeah, that is quite a few, isn't it? Yeah, just a bit. I basically was just wondering if you could help me because obviously with knitting, I know how to drop down and fix a stitch, but I don't know how to do that with crochet yet. Right, can I just ask, are you sitting down? No, I'm not, but it's fine, just tell me. Okay, this isn't easy for me to tell you, but you actually can't do that with crochet. What, you mean I can't just drop down and fix it? Yeah, essentially your only options here are either to leave the mistake there or frog the last 20 rows of work. Are you joking? Do you know how many hours I've spent on those rows? I really am sorry to be the one to tell you. Oh, well, I don't think I can just leave the mistake there. It'll really annoy me. Listen, to be completely honest with you, if it were me, I'd cut my losses and start a new project. Really? I could do that, I suppose. Yeah, I would, honestly. I did have some yarn that I really wanted to try, so... Well, there we are then, silver lining. Yeah, I suppose you're right, yeah. Alright, well, you enjoy that then. I will, thank you. Thanks so much for your help. No problem at all. Have a good day now. You too. Alright, bye. 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 Bye.
So cute. Where'd you get that? I made it. You made that? Yeah. Why won't you make me one?
Coucou les abonnés, c'est moi, Mocha, la crocheteuse des 13 ans. Je fais cette vidéo pour vous remercier d'avoir atteint les 500 abonnés et pour m'encourager sur mes créations. Abonnez-vous et likez. Je vais vous montrer quelques de mes créations. Ça c'est une commande que j'ai fait. Ça c'est pour faire des pulls ou des vêtements. Ça c'est une pochette pour téléphone ou AirPods. Ça c'est des commandes en bonnet. Ça c'est pour mon petit chat. Pour mon petit chat. Voilà, abonnez-vous et likez. Surtout n'oubliez pas de sonner la cloche pour ne pas rater de mes vidéos. Bye bye.
God damn it! You expect me to risk my life for pizza? With pepperoni. You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Hi guys, and welcome to part 1 of the Wheel of Whips, my new and, from the looks of it, long series, where I'm going to be spinning a wheel every Sunday, and it's going to land on a whip that I have currently, and I'm going to work on that whip for the week, hopefully finish it, and I'll check in every Whip Wednesday. So, today is week 1 of drawing a whip from the 13 whips that I currently remember. So we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna spin. And there's a couple on here that I really don't want to work on, so hopefully it lands on something good. Okay, so the whip of the week is gonna be the Sweetheart Soiree. Soiree. It's a doily. It's a doily, I don't know. The Sweetheart Doily, that's what we're gonna call it. Basically, this project was going incredibly well, and I was so excited to finish it, but then I messed up once, and then I frogged, and then I messed up twice, and then I frogged, and then I messed up 3 times, and then I frogged, and then I just lost hope, and I put it in the box, and it hasn't come out since. So, it should be relatively quick. It shouldn't take me all week to finish, but I think it's a good start. Hopefully I don't mess up and frog it again, because if I do, there's no hope for this one, and I might just trash it. Anyways, I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Show us the back. If you really want to see it. It's not pretty, no. Because you're only seeing the front. I'm not turning.
I've got to do the news!
Hat update. I'm not festive today. I'm done with work. I'm home for the next 2 weeks. Don't expect any more Christmas outfits until Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Anyways, we have hat number 29, 30, and 31. Hats are done. Hats are done. Hats are done. Now I get to crochet the things that I actually want to make that I've been putting off. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Hi, my name is Maureen. I'm a mom, a Grammy, and a retired nurse who loves to craft. So if you've been following me, I did a video, I think yesterday, about making a dumpster fire for my son for Christmas. He asked for it, and he wanted to have it in the colors of the Florida State University, and he also wanted it to say FSU. And I showed in the video yesterday all the piece parts that it takes to make these little things. And it's done. I just finished sewing on the bottom, and so here's the final result. So as you can see, the top says FSU. This might be backwards for you guys. And then there's a little sign that says Emotional Support Dumpster Fire. It's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. Now, the way I make these is the flames come out. So if it's a good day and there's nothing on fire, you're good. One flame means it's not a really great day. All these flames, both of these flames in there at the same time means you might need to go home and start over. So as you can see, they're fairly big. I got this idea originally because my son and daughter-in-law have a dumpster fire sitting on their kitchen island, and it's probably half this size. So this is good size. These are the handles for it. These are supposed to be the lids, and then here's the other lid for the open part of the dumpster. I think I mentioned it yesterday that in the original pattern she made these 2 different sizes, and it didn't make any sense to me, so I made them both the same size. And then I put 16mm safety eyes on the bottom and plastic canvas on the inside to make it stiff, because you can see it's very squishy and bulgy, but the plastic canvas keeps it from getting bulgy on the bottom. So that's the dumpster fire. And I really do think there's a potential market for other sports teams, whether it be pro or NCAA. And the first one that popped in my mind was LSU because the letters are similar. I couldn't do something like UCLA because that's too many letters. I wouldn't be able to fit it on there. But if you like what you saw today and you'd like to see more, because I do a lot of crafting videos, if you're seeing my face for the first time, I have an Etsy store and I do make a lot of crafting videos. So like this video, follow me for more videos. And if you're interested in the Etsy store, I have a link in my bio now. Thank you for watching. Have a great holiday, and as always, happy crafting.
Wait a minute. You're an imposter!
Here's a fascinating part about crochet history that I don't hear talked about a lot. In the late 1800s and the early 1900s, doctors actually prescribed crochet as a medical treatment. Yes, crochet was considered therapy long before occupational therapy actually even existed. Victorian medical texts describe crochet as calming, soothing, and mentally regulating, and doctors believed then that the repetitive hand movements created a gentle rhythm that really helped with nervous tension, anxiety, or what they called hysteria in women. They genuinely thought that crochet could balance a woman's emotional state. Crochet also fit perfectly into what they called moral treatment. This was a movement in asylums and convalescent homes that encouraged peaceful and structured activities instead of harsh restraints. Crochet was quiet and it was inexpensive and it was fairly easy to teach, and it gave patients something productive to focus on. Some hospitals would even supply hooks and thread because they believed it prevented restless habits. Another reason doctors recommended crochet was because they saw idleness as dangerous. They thought too much free time led to rumination and nervous disorders, and crochet kept your hands busy and the mind lightly occupied. It was basically seen as an early form of mindfulness long before anyone actually used that word. It was also prescribed for patients on long periods of bed rest. Like women recovering from childbirth, illness, or surgery, they were often confined to their rooms for weeks. Doctors would encourage them to crochet because it gave them a sense of purpose and accomplishment while still allowing complete and physical rest. Some early medical handbooks even recommend crochet to improve fine motor skills, and it was used to keep the fingers supple and strengthen the smaller muscles of your hands and prevent stiffness after long illnesses. So crochet has never just been a hobby. At one point in history, it was officially a recommended medical treatment, and they weren't entirely wrong because modern research does show that repetitive handcrafts can reduce anxiety and regulate the nervous system. The Victorians just didn't quite have the vocabulary for it yet.
You know, it would make a perfect gift for Christmas. Just saying.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony.
I don't know who the fuck started that trend of y'all making yarn and crochet clothing, but please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. Y'all be eating that shit the fuck up. Like, y'all be going in with them yarn needles. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Just knitting the day away. You go, girl. You go.
He likes to play catch. I asked him, can you catch these hands? He said yes, so I fucking hit him. What is the problem?
So I finally finished crocheting my hat. I think I made some minor miscalculations.
Have you made vests? This is the closest thing I have to a vest. It's a pullover. There's some mistakes because it's my first one ever. Finished it a little while ago.
but this is the closest thing I have. I made it with the Parfait chunky yarn, so it's warm. It's really soft on the skin. It's really nice. But yeah, this is the closest thing I got to a vest. Hey, this is my new favorite thing to wear. But as you can see from my bed, these are all yarns that need to be caked or my whips. I've got a more than I thought. So I'm going to show you my organized yarn. Organized, because it can be better. So this is all my organized yarn. Definitely could be better, but these are your colors that I have so far. So if you were to customize and order something, I would go here, look for all the yarn colors. If I have them, then great. If I don't, then I'd go yarn shopping. But there's more than this, so don't get sad. So, yeah. Yay me. Yeah.
Okay, y'all, this is part 2 of making a hat for the homeless. I am working with pink and black now, so y'all stay tuned to see more results. Okay, y'all, this is how far I done got. Just a couple of rows. Final results.
You calling me a liar?
Well, if the boot fits.
Say that again.
If the boot fits.
Okay, cowboy.
Don't bother walking a mile in my shoes. Spend 30 seconds in my head. That'll freak you out.